What an era, let me tell you. You know, it was a time of rock and roll. A time of Elvis Presley. And air of beautiful cars. How I miss those days. Our sockies. And the Christmas parties. Life was pretty comfortable for most of us. South Africa, this beautiful country. But you know, somewhere in this beautiful country of ours, there were people. No. Communities that we were unaware of. Communities that lived, that played, that survived. Communities that had fun. Sophiatown, Sophiatown, Kofifi, Kashba, Sophia. Of Freedom Square and the back of the moon, place of Kentemba's house of truth, place of G-Men and for the Hudson's mission, place of Belansky and the Odette Cinema, and let's not forget Chord Boy and Jazz Boy and the Manhattan Brothers and Dolly Radebe singing her heart out here in Sophia. Wow. 65 Gertie Street. That is where I found myself. In a shack at the back of Sophiatown Cottage. In Mama Riti's Diamond Shabib. £1 a month. I see an exorbitant price to pay for a room hardly big enough to hold a bed. Tapping yard, toilet in the corner. But it was grand because it was Sophiatown. Freehold, it was ours. Not mine exactly, but it was ours. And it was close by to the big city. And that is why we four wanted to stay. This is what made the captain mad. They wanted me to go, but I wanted to stay. White bohemians and black intellectuals. This meant trouble for the captain's dream of a white world. I was banging out a living at Drum Magazine. Boxing was my beat, but I wanted to cover the Sophiatown lifestyle. I needed something new, something different. Been up to trouble again?
Jakes, I'm in love, man. I've just been to a wonderful funeral.
A funeral? That sounds like a story.
Yes, right there. I went so nobody could say I killed him. Hey, Charlie, man. Hey, leave off. Go sleep in the car. We have a job tonight. Job? I want you wide awake. Wide awake. Go. Oh, Jakes,
yeah?
I feel a brief. A letter for love.
A love letter, wait. For you?
Yeah, man, Jakes. Like I in love, man. Met a real cherry. A matara. A real thing. A princess. Ah, yes. That's her name. Princess.
Why don't you write it yourself, Mingus? I'm busy over here.
Achania, man, Jakes. I can disgrace me. You know that. I can beauty. Man, you can disgrace me.
Well, that's too bad because I'm busy over here.
Listen, I'll give you a story. A story for a love letter.
A story?
The Americans.
Come off with me because everybody got an angle on the Americans. Cassie Motiti, Mr. Trump, man, everybody niggas.
And my personal story, Jakes. How with the jobs? I'm a good boy. I can deal with the staff. I'll tell you everything.
Well, in that case, I want names. You hear me? I want details. Do you hear me? The whole lot, the good yards.
A story for a love letter?
Okay, it's a deal.
Perfect. Send that in. Write the address. Tell her I want her here by 6 o'clock tonight.
Oh, so quick.
Hey, man. For goodness sake, take them away.
My dear, darling, beloved princess.
And
go on, Jay, the Americans.
I'm right, man, Jakes. And Jakes, she must love that letter.
First, the Americans.
Alright. You want to know about the Americans? No. I'll tell you about the Americans. So we went to hit the yard. The railway yard in Bloemfontein. So we parked the Chrysler. Charlie jumps out to check out the place. There's a guard. But it's cool. It's okay. I jump out. I check for my thing. It's there. I check for my corny. It's there. Poor guy's half asleep. We throw a small stone into the corner. It's clear. We move in. We only go for the best. Jakes.
Yeah?
Tell her only go for the best.
I go. How do you know it's the best?
Tell her only go for the best,
man. You're not listening to me. How do you know it's the best?
Easy, man. Check the labels. Only genuine English or American imports. Carpets, Florisheims, Winthrops, Estonians and Saxon. You tell them the best dresser in town. I'm a smart guy. No messing around. Now once I hear tonight, 6 o'clock.
I go, Megas. First thing I saw.
So we load up the cars, man, and we're ready to go. And who the hell shows up? Those damn Berliners in our own territory, man. Hey, we tell these Berliners, hey, man, go back 200 roads where you came from. But they don't listen. And then this one Berliner takes out his jungle. Oh, and it's war, man. Second World War, all over again. Jakes,
yeah?
Tell her I fought in the war. I'm a war hero.
You fought in the war? You?
Yeah, I fought in the planes. I fought in the tanks. Like Clark Gable in that. Oh yes, Gone with the Wind.
You know what, niggas? I'll tell her you'll take her to the Odeon cinema tonight.
Yes, and the Ritz for long arm dancing. Now, you better tell for the lovely smile, man. So, we tell this brothers, hey man, get back, man. But they don't move. We tell them again, hey man, get back. This is own stuff. Jakes,
Yo?
tell I own the town.
Hey! Bohuresha says the Buddha owned the town, and we must never forget it.
What? That smells like a story.
News of the day. Tekansa Comperno. Lolly Khadebe is singing African jazz and variety in the Windmill Theatre in Johannesburg. And guess in what language she's singing in?
What language?
Yiddish. What's the number for today, gentlemen? What's the dream?
Hey, man, Fuffy, we're busy here. Jakes here is writing me a masterpiece.
Words again, Mr. Jakes.
He's trying to say a love letter.
Love, let me see, that's number 35. Or number 36. Cut
Stop it.
male and female anatomicals. So, tell me, what's the love letter about?
Read it out, Jakes. Aye. Fuffy is a man with an ear for numbers. Tell me that is not my number.
It's not finished, Mikas.
Read it out, man, Jakes.
Aye, okay. Back up. 65 Gertie Street, Sophiatown, Johannesburg. 21 November 1954. My dear, darling, beloved princess, I saw you at the funeral and I think that you're smashing hot. I only go for the best. Let's talk about Winthrops, Bostonians, Simpsons, Barcelinos, and you, my sweet darling. I am the best dresser in town. American straights. I'm a smart guy, and I don't get messed around. Princess, be here at 6 o'clock. I'm an honest gangster. And that's where we ended.
So, tell me, Mr. Drum, is she a diamond lady, that's number 17? Or is she a young girl, that's number 19? Also, I think the letter should flow like music. Like, okay. Alright.
Okay.
You know, I want you, full stop.
Okay.
You know, I need you,
Okay.
full stop.
Okay.
You know,
Full stop.
you know,
Full stop.
I love you.
Okay.
Your most passionate American admirer, Clark Mingus Abel. So, tell me, Mr. Drum, how's it going to end?
I'm thinking of, I don't know. I love you. Then what, Mingus?
Okay, how about yours in loving memory?
It's because you never attend school, that's why. But you know what? It's not supposed to end in yours in loving memory, Mingus. Hey. You know what? How about this? Ours is the nighttime love. Ours is the silver light love. And ours is the love as full as the moon. How about that?
And like the moonlight, your voice is like the silver rays. It calls to me.
And my letter calls to you.
And to be here at 6 o'clock sharp.
That's right.
Charlie, give me this letter.
You just ruined the
Bring the
moment.
letter. Give me that letter, man. Charlie, no. What's this letter? There and back. Quicker, 2 flaps of what I've said. 2 flaps. How much time before?
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high up vales and hills.
Come in. Come in, come in. Ibo, come in. Well, if you don't want to come in, then just get out. How? Princess, I was just young booze. How my son can live with you, I really fail to understand. Well, look,
I'm busy, Mom, studying.
Cry out loud, stand up and go and open the door. How? What is going on in this house?
I wandered lonesome. I'll never get this.
I don't know.
Honey? Why are you running away? No, come back, come back.
Hallie, I'm Ruth. Ruth Golden. I'm the Jewish girl. I wonder if this is the right address. 65 Gertie Street? Oh yes, well, I've come in response to the advertisements. Where shall I put my things?
Look, sis, who are you? Yes, this is Sophiatown, you know.
Yes, I know. I've come in response to the advertisements.
Hey! What's going on here? What's happening?
This lady seems to think she's moving in.
Look, lady. Who are you and what do you want?
I'm Ruth Golden.
Hey!
I'm the Jewish girl from Yeovil, and I've come in response to the advertisements.
Hey! Stop chatting!
Which advertisement?
Here it is. Wanted one Jewish girl to live in Sophiatown for study purposes. Come to 65 Gertie Street or phone 47894. Well, I'm Jewish.
So
here I am. Please!
Where did you see this advertisement?
In Drum Magazine.
Drum Magazine?
I do read it, you know.
This is Jake's business.
Hi, James.
Charlie, hey! Confess, Jakes. This is all Jake's nonsense again. Look, lady, is this some kind of a joke?
I assure you it's not.
We don't want European girls here. European girls will trouble.
Aye. Look, lady, what kind of a person are you? Do you know this is Sophiatown?
Yes, I read all about it before I came.
This is a native township, sis. By the Huddleston says it's a freehold suburb.
Hey, news of the day. Tchansa Gombeno, Albert Lutuli has been banned. All houses to be sold to the Resettlement Act.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, man.
I beg your pardon?
This year,
Sorry?
give me a number.
What?
Give me number.
Any number?
Yes, any number.
Nice slim. Number 17?
Number 17, the Diamond Lady. I knew it. That's the one for today. The Diamond Lady.
What?
You see, I am Fafi. I am a famous gambler. I bet with numbers and dreams. 1 is for king, 2 is for monkey, 3 is for seawater, 4 is for dead man, 5 is for tiger, 6 is for ox, 7 is for skeleton, 8 is for pig, 9 is for moon, 10 is for egg, 11 is for ox, 12 is for car, 13 is for granny, 14 is for dead woman, 15 is for Slechthefro, princess, 16 is for pigeon, and 17, the one and only Diamond Lady.
Come, going on.
What?
Come. Could it be? Is it really she?
Don't ask us.
Huh? You must be. Hey. You must be Golden. I'm Jakes.
Oh, thank goodness. I was beginning to think I was at the wrong place.
And how do you know you're at the right place?
I'd like you to meet Mingus.
How do you do?
Mingus's lady friend, Princess.
Hello?
Oh. Lulu over there.
Hello?
Fafi. Yeah. Okay. Woo. Did you break your list? Okay. And Mama Riti, the mama of the house. And I believe you have already met Charlie.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie man! Ho! Hey! Whoa. Charlie! Hey! Leave her alone. Ho. Listen, Jakes. If you are making trouble at
Look, there's gonna be no trouble. This lady has bravely stepped into the unknown, jumped in where angels even feared to tread, even answered an unusual advert. We are gonna do everything. We are all gonna do everything in our power to ensure Ruth's life is easy here. Ruth Golden, I assure you that your life here will be easy and protected. Mingus over here is a gangster American.
An American?
An American! Not many troubles an American, but I choose my friends very, very carefully.
Yeah. No. I wasn't.
Come on.
My mother wants to know if you could pay a good rent.
A good rent? I'm sure I can.
My mother wants to know if you could pay £2, 5 shillings a month.
It's a bit steep.
Say yes.
I can do it.
My mother says you can stay.
Thank you.
Hold it! I'll decide.
Yes.
Yeah?
Now Mingus.
Alright, she can stay.
You see, I knew it. Ruth, of course, she'll be staying with me at the back. We've got an extra room.
I beg your pardon?
What's an outfit? I didn't bring you to that for our guest.
This Jewish is going to stay in the back with the situation.
What situation?
And this I want to see.
Listen! Watch out, my princess.
Excuse me, I really don't think it's such a good idea to share a room.
No.
I hardly know you.
No, it's quite alright. Mama, we have a curtain at the back there.
I just
We
watched
can
the
put
other
it
one.
between us.
On the phone, you said I would have a room all to myself.
A room all to yourself as a part of the building.
I beg your pardon?
No one lives in a room all to themselves. This is your villa.
But I can't just move in with a man I hardly know. Look, I'm paying a reasonable rent.
Okay. Lulu. Hurry up.
My mother wants to know if you could bring spirits from town.
Spirits from...
Yes, spirits. Whiskey, brandy, gin.
Oh, yes, I can do that.
Poppy, come here.
My mother wants to know if you could help me with my homework.
Oh, yes, I can.
Yay! My mother says you can sleep in her room.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you'll sleep in Lulu's bed.
Hi, Bo. Panjan.
And where will Lulu sleep?
She'll sleep with me.
How man?
Go sleep outside then if you have complaints.
So there we are. Drinks for the front room, rent for the bedroom, homework for the kitchen, and stories for the back room.
Right, Mingus. Perfume for the princess.
Oh, anything for you, my sweetie.
I'll bring you perfume from John Moores if you'd like.
Well, there you have it. Everything is just going to be fine. Discovered under the corset.
See, I'm the easiest person in the world to please. I'm happy with the simplest things. All I need is a light to read by, somewhere to sleep, and a place to bath.
Place to what?
Charlie,
My,
go out there and find me a bath. Wow, yes, a bath. Hey, go to Mrs. Jones.
Down. How's it? Oh. I said to
I am looking for my dream girl.
I said to come on, no. Whatever happened to the dancing box with blood? He said to me, oh Jackie. He said to me, I'm a sucker, I've been caught. My love is not for sale. She's been messing me around. Showbiz in my biz, and none of lovers are sing round. I said to come on, no. Whatever happened to the nut brown of Sophiatown? He said to me, oh Jackie boy, you know what you see, Barry, when she's hanging on your neck. But I said to come on, no. Whatever happened to the dancing box with blood? He said to me, oh Jackie boy. He said to me, if she's not from town, then she's just a cold dust on my feet. I said to how's it? Oh,
Have you seen the Jewish girl living down the street?
It wasn't long before the presence of this Jewish girl caused some problems in paradise.
Listen, if you don't shut up, I'll have to cut you up.
How can you let her stay here, Mingus? You don't know who she is. Is she an angel?
Look, you're just an American shady. You tell me to shut up and listen, or I'll have to cut you up.
I know all about these Jewish girls from the Australia. They're spoiled. Their fathers give them lots of money. They've all got nannies. Well, I'm not going to be anybody's wife.
You're just jealous, Wena.
Look, I brought you here. I gave you dresses. I took you to the bioscope. You are my princess. What else do you want?
I want that Jewish girl out!
Hey man, shut up and listen, or I have to cut you up. I didn't bring you here from your chef so you can complain.
Wow, Mina. I like her. I stared at her face all night. It glowed in the dark. It made me think of this line of this poem I just read, A Host of Golden Daffodils. I need help with this homework.
See, I can help you.
What do you know? You're just an American's chair.
I gotta watch you. You're a good girl. You're so shut up! How can you let her stay here, man? She's a European. Europeans don't belong in Sophiatown. It's a native location.
Princess, it's a freehold suburb. No fences and no superintendent.
And if I say she stays, she stays. This house is open.
It's my house.
Look, she's got guts. She's a hot story. I need her. Okay?
I'm sorry, man.
What do you think about this story?
And, forgot. She can help Lulu.
Taibo, I'm finished with school.
Taibo.
What do they teach us? Nothing. To be good Christian girls? Rubbish. No.
Listen, you are staying right there. Nobody says me must let his sister out there on the streets. This kind of situation, see, a PA intellectual.
No. You've got your situation.
Wait.
This Jewish girl is your situation. Me, I am going to be a film star, singing in all the movies like Miriam Makeba.
Right?
Sure about this? Hey, you do.
No, you do. You have to go back.
Morning!
You got a beautiful voice. Go back to
Okay.
Oh, she's still here.
Good morning, Ruth. How did you sleep?
Fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, everything was fine.
How was the bed?
It was fine, thank you.
You were talking in your sleep.
I was watching her face, Jay.
No. Yeah, I think you were talking about Yuval. Did you have nightmares?
I don't know.
Well, you were.
It must have been the dogs.
The dogs?
Yes.
What dogs?
Well, the barking kept me awake.
And Mama snoring.
Charlie! Charlie! Hey, where's this one? Charlie! No! Who can you of those damn dogs, man? Which dogs, man? Hey, the dogs that are keeping Princess out!
No, please.
Man, we have to go. I'll shoot them and we'll stone them. They need to die.
No, please. It'll just take a bit of getting used to. There are dogs in Yeovil.
Of course there is.
You see, I'm just not used to sleeping 3 in a room.
Hey, James, I want you out of your room.
What?
Oh, for the truth, girl.
No, please, it's all
Hey,
right.
don't you argue with me. Listen, James. She's a European and a guest in my house. And in my house, she gets the best.
Can I pay rent?
No, you've been short. I counted my money.
I'm sure your maths is okay.
And my math is very okay now.
Please, I just want to be like everybody else.
Oh, you'll never be, sis. You'll never be.
Now that's very unfair. You said I would have a room all to myself, and you also said I'd hardly be in the house at all. And now already I'm a whole fuss. Jakes, I'm talking to you.
Jakes, you wanna leave your room. When? I want you in Jake's room tonight.
And where will Jake sleep?
Exactly.
Hey, in the front room on the floor, underneath this table. I don't care. Charlie! What the hell is it? Charlie, man!
What are you doing here anyways? Curiosity? What?
What's up, man? Wait, outside. What? Can you hear my way?
What's outside, man?
What's up,
Charlie, man.
I really believe you come too short.
No, I didn't.
Fluffy! Jinx! Outside! Outside! Hey, come on, man!
Come outside, man.
No, 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 no. Princess.
Hey, hey,
No,
stop.
Princess.
No,
No, hey, this is my house.
I don't care.
It's okay. Go back to your sex. Go back to your sex. Go back to your sex.
She's a European.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. On about Saturday night. Thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the truck, put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, just like in the bath. I was out and know there was a party going on. There was a splishing and a splash. Moving and a dripping. Watching let it go. Big bang, I saw the whole gang. All the teens had their heads in the mud. When I was popping with Peggy Sue, Miss Molly was a evil man, gorilla. Hey, splash, forgot about the bath. I went to put my dancing shoes on, yeah. I was a woman that was so dealing with the theater. I went at it.
I think somebody lost a child.
Can I step on it?
No, they just danced in my house. I just cleaned.
A bath? What are we gonna do with it? Tie it to the water tap outside?
You are going to fill it with hot water from the stove.
Where the hell am I gonna put that stupid thing?
In the kitchen! And I got to say to you, my shut up.
For heaven's sake, I didn't realize the last thing I wanted was a special bath. I've had enough baths at home.
Hey,
Look, the bath is here. Mama, you'll use it.
No, 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 no.
Lulu.
I go.
Lulu!
I go. No!
Charlie.
Charlie, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean for you to go through all this trouble.
Hey! Don't you ever apologize to Charlie again. He does everything I say. Oh, you just keep your damn nose clean.
yes, but the 10 hair.
Calm down.
You know, his bath is so big. I think the whole of Kersey Street can have a bath here.
Look, now the bath is here. And by all accounts, Ruth, you gotta use it.
I couldn't. I really couldn't.
I will. Where you going? Guy.
Mrs. Jones is coming.
How?
Stop the bath from Mrs. Jones.
What's that?
Hi, madam. It's expensive. I have to steal it. Hey, don't make Mrs. Jones.
Wait, Mrs. Jones.
Charlie, man. Waar is die Owens hier?
Is it, James?
Dis Cuvette onder die korset. En mens jou?
Die mission is grand.
En wist jy?
Ek is die metade van die kla.
Wie?
Die metade van die kla.
Ag, jy's mooi, hey.
Don't touch. Jy moet nie paise nie. Sit, James. Sit julle machitas. Die magazin van die stuk is nie hier nie.
Wie?
Die magazin van die stuk.
Not bad, Fafi. Let's try it again.
Okay. Ek sê, waar is die Owens hier?
Who's it, James?
Dis Cuvette onder die korset. En met jou?
Die mission is grand.
En wie is jy?
Ek is die metade van die kla.
Wie?
Die metade van die kla.
Ag, jy is mooi, hè?
Don't such. Jy moet nie paas nie. Sit, James. Sit julle metites. Die magrisin van die stuk is nie hier nie.
Wie?
Die magrisin van die stuk.
Right. Great. And if the Majitas come and go for you, what do you say?
I'm a virtuous, well-bred girl. I'm a nylon.
And if they don't stop and they really go for you, what are you going to do?
Julle moet nie paas nie.
Nee man, how?
Look. It's in the eyes. It's in the warning signal that says, leave me alone. Look, it's because you have white skin. It's a fatal attraction. They get you into bed and it's one fart in the Prime Minister's face.
Right. And if an American comes in here and goes for you, what are you going to do?
I'll stop him.
Man. These Americans, they see girls and they are mad. White girls, and they are over the back of the moon. White girls living in Sophiatown. This is our territory, man. I see something, I go for it. Look at me and Princess. I clapped her till she loved me. Now she'll never leave me alone. Aye, man, she won't. The more you love, the more you hate. How? Now listen, if an American comes in here, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I just think I'll go back to Yeovil.
Hey. Go back to Yeovil.
You want me to learn a whole new language, and you want me to have a special look in my eye, and you want to clock me until I love you? I think I'm really mad to try.
But you're giving up.
Look, I come from an ordinary Jewish family. We've lived in Yeovil for as long as I can remember.
And now you want to go back.
I'm trying to change my whole life, Fafi.
But you're giving up.
I'm tired.
You are tired? What's the matter? Jake's room not big enough for you? Charlie! Charlie, man! Hey, hello? Charlie! Oh, I told you to get rid of those dogs. And you, what's your problem?
Look, that's one of the reasons I'm tired. Every time a little problem happens, Charlie, I'll sort things out myself.
Listen, Charlie's here to help. He does everything I say. You must just keep your nose clean.
I can't do that.
Mohawk?
Alani is a white girl, right?
Yeah, a smart white person like you.
Hi, but she's Jewish, right?
Yeah. Jewish, you say?
Yeah.
Sonia, what's Jewish?
Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila Nismaha, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila Nismaha, Hava Naranana, Hava من السماء
I don't know what the hell on Mondays, I'm Jewish. On Tuesdays, I'm a South African. On Wednesdays, I'm a Democrat. Mostly, I'm just confused. Honestly, I'm just confused.
Hey, so what the hell am I then? The Buddha wants us in separate locations. I speak Sotho, Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, English. Hey, and in moments of weakness, I speak Tsotsitaal.
Hey! Tsotsitaal is the Taal from the Owens. It is a sophisticated Taal.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, man. What's... Okay. Masichu, now I'm dancing for the Ritz. Come on. Aramee, Takan, Khame is going. Okay, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is for the Ritz. Sophiatown style. Come on. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Going back. 1, 2, 3, 1. And the lights go low. And the jazz band is slow. Engage my vehicle. With my daughter. By minute.
Minus.
By minute.
Minus, please.
Mingus, don't you like to dance? Or is it Mingus you don't like to dance with? Hey, come. Look for me, come.
Hey, Mingus.
Shut up, Jakes, man.
How?
She has to learn. This is not your view. It's rough here. Here, you can't be saved by your sweet, polite words. You think your sweet white words will protect you?
Ela, Mingus.
Man, shut up, Jakes. She has to learn. Here is bicycle spokes, jungles, baby brownies, and Legos. All nice European cars. Mind you, from your war. It wasn't our war, but it was yours. You see, I have scars and knife wounds. They are all from our war. And now you want to make this your war? Listen, if you want to make this your war, you've got a lot to learn. Because this is not going to go away. It's either you're ready to learn, you're going to pack up bags and go back to Yeovil.
I don't want to go back to Yeovil.
Well, you have to learn.
How will I?
Make a plan.
And now, Yeovil was a place advertised as a sanatorium of the rich. People believed that the air was purer there because it was there up on the ridge overlooking this dirty, smoke-filled mining town. Yeovil had a pretty dominant Jewish character, with a number of synagogues and businesses. But you know, not all people living there were ignorant to what was happening in the rest of the country. Because some people actually tried very hard to make a difference.
Right, Miss Golden. Step forward, please. of it. 1 is for king.
1 is for king.
2 is for monkey.
2 is for monkey.
3 is for seawater.
3 is for seawater.
4 is for dead man.
4 is for dead man.
5 is for tiger. 6 is for ox.
5 is for tiger. 6 is for ox.
7 is for skeleton.
7 is for skeleton.
8 is for pig.
8 is for pig.
9 is for moon.
9 is for moon.
10 is for egg.
10 is for egg.
11 is for ox.
11 is for ox.
12 is for car.
12 is for car.
13 is for granny.
13 is for granny.
14 is for dead woman.
14 is for dead woman.
15 is for slechte vrouw.
15 is for
Slechte vrouw.
slechte vrouw.
Good enough. 16 is for pigeon.
16 is for pigeon.
And 17 is for
Oh, me! Diamond lady.
diamond lady. 18 is for small change.
18 is for small change.
19 is for small girl.
19 is for small girl.
20 is for cats.
20 is for cat.
21 is for elephants.
21 is for elephant.
22 is for ship.
22 is for ship.
23 is for long hair.
23 is for long hair.
25 is for big house.
25 is for big house.
26 is for bees.
26 is for bees. Yes, we almost have it.
That's Miss Golden.
Homework, homework. Oh, bloody homework. Every day it's homework. I've got to wash dishes for Mama, look after the customers. But these teachers, they just don't understand.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm writing a composition.
I'll help you.
Will you? You're a star, hey?
Okay, what's it about?
Well, it's called My Family. What a stupid title. My teachers are so dumb. My family.
Okay, what have you got so far?
Firstly, I started writing about my mother, who is this cheeky old woman who's always working on a beer, breaking the law, and planning for a future that will never come.
That's what's in this class. How can you say that after everything I said once a day, Ona?
Oh, right. It's just a composition. And then I wrote about my brother, Mingus, who is always stealing goods from the railways.
I'm not sure you should say those things.
But they're true.
So?
Do you know that Mingus and the American gang, they stop the intellectuals, the situations in the street corner, and to cause trouble, they make them recite Shakespeare.
Shakespeare?
Yeah, that's what Jake told me. He says he's got a special line where it's just in case. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I.
Rogue and peasant slave am I. Oh, Hamlet!
Yeah, Hamlet. I was going to write it here, but then Jake said my teachers will think it's bad English. So I just wrote, Mingus steals goods from the railways.
Surely there are nice things you can say, Lulu.
My teacher says telling the truth is a virtue.
Yes, that's true. But there are all sorts of truths, Lulu. It's true to say Mingus steals goods from the railways, but it's also true to say that he gives your mother money for the house and money for your school.
He can keep his money for school.
No, he pays for you. Why not tell that truth?
A thief is a thief is a thief.
No, if you go around telling everybody that Mingus, your brother, is a thief, everything ends on now. People will say it is stolen. Think, sis. God gave you a break.
Okay, man. How? James tells me he's writing all about you. I think he's in love with you.
Nonsense, Lulu.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He says he stares at your face and makes up all the most fantastic stories.
He can't do that.
That's what I told him. He said he could. He says he makes them up. I said he's not allowed to, but he says he could. Well, what are you doing here anyway?
Let's just say I've got my own stories to write.
Fiction, I want the truth.
All right, all right. I just wanted to see what the other side of the world looked like.
And what do your parents think?
My parents think I'm in games.
No, I heard you. I'm gonna say, see. You said your head.
Cape Town,
I know.
you're going to get caught in the end.
I expect to.
Then why don't you just tell the truth?
There are all sorts of truths, Lulu. Remember that.
Alright, now, just tell me what we're gonna do.
Mingas and Princess have been to the movies.
Alright, Strauss, just tell me what we gotta do.
There's only one guy who's the prince of this outfit, and that's me.
Right, boss, so just tell me what we gotta do.
First, Ginger girl, let me give you a big kiss and get on a map. Alright, so when I give the call, you are gonna cover this area. Now cover this area. Scarface will cover the rear. Now remember, no shooting until I say. When the head comes out, no shoot. Now, and that Brooks, no contradiction.
Oh, that was a sweet job you pulled in Pittsburgh.
No conviction.
And that was a nice little shooting match in Miami.
No conviction.
And there was a surprising incident in Chicago.
Ah, yes. No conviction.
Hey, what's going on? What is going on?
Mingas and Princess have been to the movies.
How?
The oak did win. Hey.
Mingas and Princess think they're in the movies. They say Miami, no conviction. Chicago, no conviction. Sophiatown, no conviction.
Listen. You're very next up, man. Sit down.
Hey, what's the number?
I
Number
don't put your numbers.
Number 5, dead man, trouble. Number 27, bees, trouble. It's number 28, dogs, policemen, trouble. They're moving us out to the main
Hey, are you sure about this?
Yes, Toby Street removals, 12th of February.
How many families?
152. See for yourself. Notices everywhere.
How?
What are you going to do, Jakes?
I don't know. Write an article. What else can I do, Lord?
You always want a story, Jakes. Congress says we must stand, like the Defiance campaign.
Exactly.
Congress calls for 5,000 volunteers. But we've got a plan.
Secret implant.
Yes.
How does it work?
Hey, nobody knows. It's a secret.
Why do you want to know?
Pardon?
Why do you want to know?
Why do you want to know?
This is great.
Yeah.
This is really, really great. You don't trust me?
You must earn your trust. You must work.
What must I do?
Stop all of this.
How do you expect me to do all of that?
My uncle has been here since 1924. He knows no other way. And now they want to move him to the Meadowlands. He wants that. He wants Paula here.
Hey, Fafi, but what do you do when the policemen come?
The G-men,
Of course.
we've got a plan.
But you hardly know what it is.
When the time is right, you will hear.
Ah, that sounds so unsatisfactory to me.
I don't care.
I see you.
I would rather die than move from this place. They can kill us one by one. We will not move from the streets. Committees, petitions, letters, it's rubbish. I tell you all, it's rubbish. There must be blood. Then things will happen.
Yeah, and it will be your blood.
Yes. Jakes, please, I can't stand this. Where's Jakes?
What am I going to do in these Meadowlands? How am I going to put food in my mouth? What's going to happen to my business with the Chinaman and the gong? Where's Where's the jazz? Where's the Indians? Where's the colors? Where's the life? And most importantly, where's the fafu? It's just dust, blood, and dust.
Hey, you! Just go back to your room. We don't need you anymore. All you can do is travel.
In 1950, the first Group Act was passed. It decreed that people of different races were not allowed to live together. This means that the law gave the government the power to forcibly remove any people who were in the wrong locations and move them to the areas to which they should be assigned. This means that the black residences of Sophiatown had to be moved to Soweto.
Then go make food. You have hands. Sugar.
Charlie, go find Jake's room.
Go find Jake's. We found his newspaper in the...
I think she went to French School Hot
Go
What?
His magazines.
I've got it, guys.
I've got it.
I've got it. Come, move. Let me show you. This is my big break from Drum Magazine. I no longer deal with boxing or gangsters. I now deal with socialites. Come on, don't you want to see? Who's there?
It's Ruth!
Gosh, do I really look like that?
I will.
Look here, it's me! How, Jakes? In my school uniform. How could you do this to me?
Look what I look like.
The front page of Drum Magazine is waiting. Cheesecake, babies, boxing, gangsters, more cheesecake. Hey, you should become a drum girl, a model.
Do you really think so?
Oh, my sweetie, you'll be famous. Let's have a party.
Hey, don't you want to listen? The first 4 articles of Sophiatown Phenomenon. Root Golden by Jakes, Mama Bolo.
My parents would die if they saw that.
Who reads Drum Magazine in Yeovil? It's a native Legend.
Don't worry, Miss Golden. No one's gonna find out. Jakes,
What?
what's the page number?
Number 23.
23. A dream of long hair.
You have so many stories about
But don't you want to hear?
You know what? Give it
says?
here. I'll read it. I'm getting old. Mixing it up in Sophiatown. Dig that crazy white girl living it up in Kersey Street. Sure. Was there a scramble when word went round Sophiatown that a Jewish girl was living in Mama Ritzi's diamond shipping? Nobody believed it was possible. Was this just a fantasy? A Jewish girl living in Sophiatown? Who'd leave the easy white life of Yovel for the seething hotspots of Kofifi? Well, folks, let me introduce you. She's none other than Ruth Golden. Height, 5'3".
5'4".
Oops.
No,
5'4".
same thing, same thing.
5'4", long black hair, pulled back in a swinging stitch, a pert but comfortable figure, curious bright eyes.
Come on.
And she tells...
Oh yeah, that's enough. I'll read on now. Move, princess, out.
She tells me, let's hear it, Jakes.
She tells me she worked at wine guards, bookshops, and we all know what happens there. Could she be an eager intellectual, a wide-eyed jazz maniac, a demure but darling do-gooder? Or is it just an advertising stunt?
Yeah. Jakes!
Hey, I'm just joking. Ruth Golden. Just a girl with a golden heart. With a sweet smile and her helpful ways. She's become a smash hit attraction at Mama Ritzi's Diamond Shabib.
It's me again. You know what? I might as well be famous, you know.
Says Ma. She's the best whiskey glass washer I've had in 10 years.
I never said that.
Never
It
mind.
doesn't have to be true.
Listen, says Princess. She's not so bad.
You're not so bad.
But then I must add, Princess is not so herself. She's the other hot girl in the house. A girl with real style, and you know these girls don't throw around the compliments. Mingus, the regular church girl.
Hey, come
Okay,
on.
I'm just joking. Just listen. Mingus, reputed to be one of the hot American gangs, says of our Jewish girl, for some of her complexion, she's got spunk. She's all right. She's hot. And that's a hot compliment from Mingus. So there we are, against all odds, a Jewish girl living in Sophiatown. Read the next issue in her own words. How Ruth Golden manages.
Jakes, how can you write all of that? There's just going to be trouble.
Nonsense. We've written about Regina Brooks,
Oh, yeah.
about the gangs,
Yeah.
and the politics.
Yeah.
It's what people want to hear. Come on.
Calm down.
You know what? I say we just have a party anyway.
Yes!
Mama, where's this week's booze?
It's with the Jewish girl, of course! In my house.
Why are you allowed her to drink?
Lico, it's a party now.
She's old enough.
You see?
Just Jewish, my wine is making me I want to be Jewish.
Let's drink for her.
I want to be a prince. I want to be center of all attractions. Poppy, you're going to fall.
Hey, look.
What is that? What is that?
Oh my God, it's the gym. Hey, hide the bottles. Find the liquor squad.
No, look. No, look, go to the door.
How are you trying to jail?
How? You're a school girl in school uniform. This innocence will hide us. Hide the bomb. I just want your balance.
Wait, Mama. It's a special notice for you.
Mina, just for the child.
Read it.
Mansila,
Mana.
you are hereby required, in terms of the Native Resettlement Act of 1954, to vacate the premises in which you reside. Mana Walker. The date given is February 12th. You will be offered accommodation in the new location of Meadowlands.
Hey!
No, it's home.
Here again.
We're losing. We're losing Sophiatown.
Family! I'm going to get a house! I know! I need Charlie high with the
Born here in Curtis Street.
Yes!
In Ray Street.
Yes!
In Good Street.
Yes!
And in Gold Street.
Yes!
You can drive us from there straight.
Yes!
But born out here, start me. Go!
Oh, this is all bad, man. Go away, man. Get down.
And now, where's the doctor? Straight up, back.
Take your guns, take your surricans and ride! Hey!
Anyway, over the next 2 years, the resettlement board in charge of forced removals went into the houses of residents of Sophiatown and collected all the names. And then the landlords had to sell their properties at very low prices.
Congress calls for a fight on all fronts. This year is the year of the Congress of the people.
Yes!
But we won't move. What's the number?
Don't get tired.
Number 26. The 26th of June, 1955. 1955.
What's going on, Fafi?
You must keep up, Mr. Drum. The magic is in the numbers.
Lulu, don't look at him like that, like you agree. No.
Today is a big day for news. Congress calls for a total boycott of all schools.
Agreed! I am not going back to school.
Excuse me.
No, we don't talk like that.
I don't want this bad education, Mama. It's for the gutter.
Hey, go.
Tell me, what kind of South Africa do you want? Yes, you. Let me see. You too. And you. Yes, you. Who else? You, sir, at the back. Everybody must have an answer. Drum, Star, New Age. Everybody must have an answer, even the schoolgirls. We are going to make a new South Africa. The law be down.
That is right.
Tell me, for the words in your bunch, education is for slaves, mama. This is 1955. We want education for freedom. Father Hudson says, rather close the school churches than teach these children rubbish.
You better listen to me. I don't care what he says. I want my child back in school.
Exactly.
Mama, don't you see what's going on? You just let them stomp all over you. And you too, my brother. Well, I'm not going to let them stomp over me. They can come with their guns
their bulldozers, their lorries. But they won't find me. We will stay in the streets. They will see the backside of a snake.
Yeah, they can try to force us back into the classrooms, but we won't move. They can keep their gutter education.
No.
That's right, Mama.
Sophie, what's gone wrong with you?
I'm not going to be anyone's slave, Mama. Mr. Jean, Mama.
What?
I am recruited.
Hey!
Recruited. Hey, that's a good story. Come, let's begin. Let's begin.
Let me tell you, Mr. Drum, I am a freedom volunteer. I am one of thousands. The working people of this country will decide what type of South Africa they want. I work. I decide what type of South Africa I want, and I write it down on a piece of paper where it becomes law. I am a Fafi runner. That's my job. So, what else do you people want?
Me now, I'm going to stay right here in my house. My husband, Lorna Ipagadelami, paid very good money for it. So I am not moving. I am staying right here. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to find a way for Lulu to be in school.
I'm not going back to school.
Yeah.
I don't know. How can you say that? I found Baba day and night to send you to school. Look at my hands. They're working for your future.
There is no future, Mama, unless we make it.
You have to go to school. Anything is better than nothing.
No, this is less than nothing.
Yeah.
What do they teach us? Nothing. It's just rubbish. That which race lives in which place.
What?
Indication for certain forms of labor.
What?
That civilization comes from Europe.
What?
White people originate in South Africa.
What?
English only from standard 6.
I know. English only from standard 6.
I'm telling you.
Hey, that's a terrible thing to do. If there was one thing that we got from our church schools, it was the love, the passion for English.
Exactly. They want us illiterate.
Hey.
Well, you're not going to be illiterate if you can speak Zulu, Xhosa, and Sotho.
Hey. English is the language that unifies us all.
Okay, but you don't want to lose your own language.
Look, you're Jewish, right?
So?
Yet you can't speak Hebrew, right? Besides Barachata. But you're still Jewish.
Look, I'm South African first.
What does that mean now?
I'm a Jewish, English-speaking South African.
So, you're still Jewish, yet you can't speak Hebrew. That right there proves my point.
Well, frankly, Jakes, I wish I could speak Hebrew, but I can't. But just imagine if I was the last person on earth who could speak Hebrew. When I died, those words would be gone forever.
Well, you don't look so worried to me.
I am worried.
Look, what's gone is gone. You cannot hold on to the past. These native reserves that Farwood wants, I ask myself, what have they got to do with Sophiatown? Here, we listen to music like Bach. And Beethoven. Great American jazz. We are a brand new generation.
Well, guys, even if I want to go to school, I can't. Schools are closing in April, and by the way, we'll be in Meadowlands by then.
You must never say that. You give up before the fight.
Never. These children. Never.
Anyways, we will make our own school. Under trees, in art halls, even in Shipi
shabeens. Hey, that's a good idea. Picture this. Mama Riti's diamond shabeen for young girls. That makes headlines.
Don't make jokes, Mr. Trump.
It's not a joke. They are going to be schools in shabeens.
Never mind.
And who's going to teach at these schools?
Oh, duh, the teachers.
That's the problem. New schools for these teachers.
I have an idea. Our teacher, mathematics.
You and numbers.
This is forte. I'm an expert on
No,
numbers.
my child will fail.
You don't believe me? Okay, tell me. What's 49 times 49?
Ruth?
I don't know.
Wait, Mama.
2,401.
Himo, and tell me now, truly, I never attended school. How you got that?
Well, Mr. Drum, I worked it out yesterday.
You make it spoon somehow. Well, in that case, I'll teach English literature, Africa's use of short story.
And I'll teach English composition and biology. I was great at biology in school.
Really?
That sounds like a plan.
Charlie!
Hey,
Who the hell is it? What's going on here? Restaurant! Princess! Varstad Cherry! Amura! She's a rubberneck! Head this way, head that way. This morning, she's dressed up to kill. She won't even tell me where she's going. Charlie, man!
Charlie.
Can't fight Delilah and bring her heels up.
Delilah?
She's a rubberneck. Can't speak. So, snare me no the melon. Come into the story.
Jehovah, don't know.
Listen, Mingus, we need your gang, the Americans' help. We're not going to move from Sophia. Once dark, once poor like you.
Never. Politicians is one thing, Americans is another.
Listen, Mingus, if we move from Sophiatown, the Berliners, the Vultures, the Americans, they're all finished.
Never. We are not going.
Mingus, it's easy to talk. Talk is cheap. We must organize. Tell me, Mingus, have you ever been to Freedom Square? Seen the thousands of people there? Tell me, why do you think the G-men are always coming with Stein guns to break up the meetings?
Why?
Because the politicians are the real enemy, man. Just like the Americans and just like the Berliners.
Don't talk to me about the Berliners, man, Fafi.
Mingus, we need the numbers. We need to plan. We need to organize. Can't you see what's going on?
What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Hundreds of people living in shacks, paying rent so homeowners can get rich. Fafi, that is what is going on.
But where, Jakes? 20 miles from town. So Vervoort has a clean white city.
Let me tell you something.
The trains, easy pickings. An American's paradise.
Sus, Mingus. The Boer are making a little thief out of you, robbing innocent people on trains. This is history. We are in history, and we are fighting for freedom.
Hey teacher, what is this history? They teach Lulu history at school. What does it help? I stole this, I stole that. Is that history?
Hey, it's only history if you steal something really large, like a country.
A country? Like
Then it's history.
Like a country, you say. Come closer. Boys, I have a plan.
What do they say?
We are going to steal it back.
Yeah.
And we start with Sophiatown.
Yes, yes.
We must plan. We must organize.
Yes.
What are the numbers?
I'm
7 to a street. 1 leader in the water. 7 leaders. 7 times 7. 49 times 49. The magic is in the numbers. 2,401. The magic is in the numbers.
Put me down, Tony, now! Put me down! What's wrong with you? Put me down, Tony! What am I?
Anyway. Yeah. Where have you been?
What's it got to do with you?
Citizen princess, where have you been? Snare me now the melon. Come into the story.
I've got a job.
A job? What job?
Just lie.
I've got a job as a model.
Oh,
A model for a photographer.
And who is this photographer?
He's a photographer from Poland.
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 Alani Olan's a photographer. Come show me what you do.
What you mean, Dingus?
Show me.
Ah,
How do you do this modeling?
Dingus, no.
And show me how do you do it. Show him.
Please.
You do this for this photographer?
Yes.
Come on. Come on, make us roll. Roll. Hey, tell him this man. Hey, princess. Where's princess? Have you seen princess? Have you seen princess?
Don't tell me that. Don't do it.
Hey, man. Where is she? Hey,
Sorry, I didn't see princess. Hey! Hi! Hi! Hi!
I don't understand why she doesn't just leave.
Hey! How are you? Stay right out of it. This is one thing you'll never understand.
It's just plain bullying, Jakes.
Hey! She belongs to him and that's that.
Now that I don't understand.
Hey! Look, to be frank, there's a lot of things that you'll never understand. And you know why? It's because you'll always be looking from outside. No!
Well, in that case, I'm a lot like you. You're always looking, watching from the outside.
No, that's rubbish talk.
Okay, then why don't you join Fafi? He needs you, you know. You can't just watch forever.
Look, when I decide the time is right, I will be a different person. Please.
I think you're just scared, Jakes.
Hey, what about you?
Me? I'm here.
You think that's enough? Hey.
Baby, do you understand me now? When sometimes you see that I'm mad. Well, don't you know no one alive can always be an angel. When things go wrong, you're bound to see some bad. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Baby, do you understand me now? If sometimes you see that I'm mad, well, don't you know no one alive can always be an angel? When things go wrong, you're bound to see some bad. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. 17 is for a diamond lady. 18 is for small change. 19 is for little girl. 20 is for cat. 21 is for elephant. 22 is for long hair. 23 is for big house. 24 is for big mouth. 25 is for C. And 26 is for bees.
Abantu bahlala ngenhliziyo ezibuhlungu, Sophia ngeyam. Abantu bahlala ngenhliziyo ezibuhlungu, Sophia ngeyam. Abantu bahlala ngenhliziyo ezibuhlungu, Sophia ngeyam.
Come on, Ruth Golden. What are you doing?
I couldn't sleep.
Yes? So you're scratching check stings. What are you doing, Ruth?
I'm just looking, Mingus.
Why? What do you think you'll find that you haven't known already? Haven't you seen enough?
Look, Mingus, like I said, I couldn't sleep.
Why? Does Princess keep you awake? That you have to wander around at night?
You kicked her out, and your mother wants the rent, so we manage.
Yes. And how does Sophiatown look now? Two in a bed? Or does Princess sleep underneath?
Mingus, we manage.
Yes. And when the Machitas come, one on top, one below, Sophiatown style.
Sis, Mingus, what do you want?
From you, Miss Golden, nothing.
Good, I'll just go right back to
Hold it! Come here, give me your hand. Here, feel. Tonight, there's no sleep for either of us. What I need now is a ride. I ride in the moonlight. I need to see the moon.
Mingus, why don't you just go?
Come on, Ruth. I want you to come with. I want to see your pretty hair, your pretty face, and the rest of you.
Look, Mingus, I'm tired and I'm just gonna go to bed.
Hold it. If you want to see Sophiatown, you have to see all the sides. This is Sophiatown by night.
Mingus, it's late. I don't feel like going for a drive, okay?
Don't make no fuss. What's the problem with the Jewish girl that she won't jump into a car for a ride, for a midnight ride?
I don't feel like going out. I'm not dressed properly. Just look at me.
That's what I'm doing, man.
I can't go out like this.
Come on. All the traders from Sophiatown will come out with Mingus anytime. But because you're too much of a nanny, you make yourself a can't get, a night on.
Mingus, I'm trying to have a good time in Sophiatown, and you're making it so difficult for me.
In the 90s, your lady's mad. You call this a good time? You come all the way from the white suburbs where it's bloody fancy. And what's happening there? Next. So you come down here and Mingus offers you a nice midnight ride. And then eat the madness of the moon. And you say no?
I just don't feel like it, okay?
Listen, nobody says no to Mingus.
Well, this girl does.
And when a man, nobody says no to Mingus. Scorny Morty, make promises with your eyes and your body. When the money's down, you give nothing. How long do you think you can stay clean? Hey, hondenvlees, je neemt dat gemors. Wegrollen. Once a bloody nylon, always a bloody nylon. Nice.
Late in 1955, the government announced the official date of forced removals. And that was the 12th of February. The people mobilized themselves in the following ways. They had slogans on the walls like, "We won't move! Ons takni!" They planned peaceful stayaways for the 12th of February. And they also gave false names of occupants to slow down the admission of the removals. But unfortunately for the inhabitants of Sophiatown, the removals started 3 days earlier, on the 9th of February. People were unaware of this, and they were caught off guard.
These bastards! These tricky bastards! What kind of brain do we have to think like this? Oh, goodness. Give me the right words. Ooh.
Jakes, man, please. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. If you want to make that kind of a noise, please just go find somewhere else to live.
What's going on, guys?
Lulu, please tell this madman from Trump to stop making that noise.
Jakes, it is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, you tell your mother I pay good rent. This is my bedroom. I'm working, Lulu. So?
Listen, bloody, keep quiet so us out.
Hey, Ma. You just like Prime Minister's straight on.
Huh?
You want me out on the streets? I'm walking. I pay rent.
You're still short.
This is my bedroom. Hey, perfect as it is. And you want me to be quiet? It's the biggest move in the 1950s. Can you get out?
Shwala.
Ah, it can't be another one. No. No. Who's it? Why you climb 5 feet, 5 o'clock in the morning?
You were just making a noise. Please keep quiet.
They got me.
Who?
They knocked down my shack before my eyes.
How shame. Bring a chair.
Silale mawe. Silale mawe.
Where's your shoe? What's the story, Mingus?
Hey man, don't just stand there. Come on now, man, get these boxes in. Move your ass. Hey, hold the place. Come on now.
Oh, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. What's going on? I can't take this much drama at my age, please.
Toby Street removals. 3 days early. Hey, more boxes.
Hey, come on, chicks. Don't just stand there, man. Come on now.
No, man, what's the story?
Hey, there's no story, man, chicks. Work for a living for a change, eh? What have you done is stroke of honest work.
No.
All you do is just sit there and tick all day.
Hey, there's boxes all here. There has to be a story.
Hey man, this past achievement knocked down my storeroom down Toby Street. I've been like a rat all night, eh? Dodge here, dodge there. I've been everywhere tonight.
No.
Hey, but where are we going?
Where are you going, Ma?
Hey!
What's going on?
No, Ma, please don't.
No, I'm going to see.
Don't go, Ma.
Yeah, I'm going to see.
They came 3 days early, like tricksters, conmen, and now they're loading people into the lorries. It's pitiful. They wait for the leaders.
Yeah, my girl. It is your fault.
My fault? How can you say such a bloody stupid thing like that?
What are you doing to stop them?
What are you doing, Jakes? Tell him to lay off.
Hey, don't you hide behind Jakes. It is your fathers, your uncles and brothers who are doing this to us.
My father has never been anything in his life.
Hey, Wanda, don't you dare talk to me like that. I'll kill you, ass.
Hey, Fafi,
Calm down.
Mingus, choose your targets very carefully. There's fitments in Congress. Maclean, Dipura.
Look. So what if the outfit mentors in the Congress? They're still moving us to the Meadowlands.
Yeah, man, we have to move, man.
And what were you doing?
I was working, man.
Stealing?
That's our business, man, Fafi. They steal from us, we steal from them.
No,
Yeah, and how does it help?
Fafi, how does it help? Where's the strikes? Where's the gangs? It's the biggest move in the history of the 1950s, and there's no story being written.
Yeah, they're moving into the churches to avoid the lorries.
How? And what about you?
I'm hiding. I need a place to sleep.
Maru.
You sleep in the pattern of the boxes.
I make a...
You have no option, man.
You can sleep in my place.
I go.
I'm leaving.
Who's this man?
Charlie, let's get the hell out of this room.
Okay.
Sir,
Let me step back.
hey, stop messing with Delilah, man. Let's go.
Hey, Delilah.
Charlie,
Yes. You can all stay here in the rubble. I'm leaving. I'm going to Hillbrow. Nobody is going to catch me like a fool in Meadowlands. Princess is #1. Devil princess, I won. I've got a flat. I've got a man manners. I've got perfume and chocolates. The Sophiatown, it's finished.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Charlie, we have to move all these boxes into the truck supplied by the GG. Looks like junk, doesn't it? But we know it's not. What's in that box? Jewelry from the cotton lorry. Nice. What's in that box? I handle it carefully, man. Gently put it down now. Hey, Charlie, you know, 4 rooms doesn't seem such a bad prospect after all. I think we can make it in Meadowlands. Me and my family will fit quite well. Charlie, yes? What do you think you're doing? Where are you going with that suitcase of yours?
I'm going to get a house.
Are you kidding? You, a house? One thing's pretty sure here. That suitcase doesn't belong to me, so the best thing for you is to move it right away.
I'm going to get a house. What's down? What's born in, man?
Are you kidding? We've already lost, man. We'll go wherever they want us to.
You want to leave me here to die? You just want to dump me here. I'm not staying. I'm coming with you, man.
Now try to be a man, man.
Hey, I am a man. Where will I sleep? In the rebels? Where will I live? In the old cast. Where are the old casts? Where are all the houses? Where are all the tit shakes?
Charlie, I didn't know you had so many words in you. I'm amazed.
I am.
Now, Charlie, do you ever ask yourself the question, who you are? Stare at that face of yours and ask yourself, who am I? Look in the car mirror and ask yourself, who am I? Now, Charlie, understand one thing. You can't come with me.
I will.
No, man, listen, Charlie. You can't come with me because you're colored. Me, I'm black. I'm black as an ace of spades, man. We've lost Sophiatown. We have to go to Meadowlands. You need to understand that, Charlie. You are your own now. You have to take your suitcase. Take all your things. And go your separate ways. Goodbye, Charlie, man. We have to go our own ways. I'm sorry, Charlie. We'll meet some other time, Charlie.
I'm going to die. You can't leave me alone.
You won't die, Charlie.
Aye, man.
You can make it, man.
I'm coming with you. Where's the me, my brother? Home. Let's go.
Aye, Charlie, man. Home.
So this is it.
This is it.
I can't stay here, I know that. And I can't come with you. So I've come to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
What's the matter with you, Jakes? I've been waiting for weeks for you to show me a sign. One real sign of interest. You won't let me reach you. You're like a brick wall. What must I do?
There's nothing you can do.
There are other countries.
There's nowhere else to go except Yeovil and Meadowlands. These places will always haunt us. Ruth in the Meadowlands, Jakes in Yeovil.
But the door to Yeovil is closed, Jakes.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Right now, I don't know where I'm going, but the door to Yeovil is shut.
Nonsense. Utter nonsense. Goodbye.
Jakes! Jakes!
Goodbye.
It was the day the big rains fell. It was the day of the tears and the day of the sirens.
We watched them move the first street, Toby Street, where Dr. Kuna was. The rain was falling, and we were only a few. The bulldozers were knocking down the pillars of the first house.
The bulldozers bulldozed 5 houses at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As they were doing so, the trucks supplied by the GG were taking out the loads to the Meadowlands.
The day my house was removed, I think it was on a Thursday, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. 3 tall Dutchmen came knocking at my door. 3 loud knocks. They said to me, the day had come. I so wished for a special sign on my door, but unfortunately, there was none.
The lorries were waiting, and as we were packing, the policemen and the laborers were knocking down the pillars of our veranda.
I said to them, I wish they would have given me more time to pack all my things, as my cups and my plates would have been broken.
And they said, shut up! And Ma said, I have the right to speak for my things. By 8 o'clock, we were moved to Meadowlands. The walls and the floors were all rough cement. It was all awful, and we were very much unhappy.
These Buddha, they were very tricky. 3 days early they came, and we weren't prepared. I mean, what could we do against 80 lorries and 2,000 policemen? There were slogans all across Sophiatown. This is our home. Leave us alone. We won't move. At 3 a.m. the following Monday morning, they came, hitting the telegraph poles. Wake up! Wake up! Number 26. Bees. If this number comes up, we signal bees. Yet, my friends, I signal bees. Bees mean trouble, and this is trouble. They can't stop us forever.
I sat on my lorry and I shouted, I am not going down. I am not going to stay in the Meadowlands house. I would rather die. Take me anyway. I would rather die.
The bitterness inside me swells up and chokes. We lost. And Sophiatown is now rubble. The mad visions of that captain smashed our hope. And out of the dust, like a carefully planned joke, triumph arises. What kind of triumph is this? Triumph over music? Triumph over meeting? Triumph over the future? Sophiatown was a cancer on a pure white city, moved out at gunpoint by madmen. Yes, madmen. I don't want to die of alcohol poisoning like Cantemba in a country not of my own. I don't want the streets of New York to call me like Nagasa. The streets of New York broke his bones, but South Africa broke his spirit. And 65 Gertie Street, where I'm from, Princess and her Dutchman escaped the Humanity Act by fleeing to Europe. Lulu got what she wanted. She's without education. Mingus, the G-man, caught up to him, and he served in jail in the number 4. But when he came out, he was a qualified plumber. Mama, I died of a broken heart. Fafi, some say he was recruited to the Umkhonto Wesizwe. Ruth, we never see again. Charlie, yes, Charlie, he died. He was stabbed at the back of the shack, bricks lying all over him. Sad. We tried meeting up, but it was so impossible to have everybody together. The thing they did to Sophiatown, I hope that the dust they cause in Sophiatown sits in their lungs and chokes them. Because it will only take a long rain to wipe away the tears of Sophiatown.
Okay, good evening everybody. Can you please kindly allow me a few words of thanks for this amazing, successful musical tonight. Just really quickly wanted to thank Ocean Audio for a really job well done, and can we please give them a hand of applause for the sound for tonight? And then I'm going to call up the following educators, and I just want them to come to stage real quick because we have a little something for you. Okay, I would like to start by asking Mr. Mkuno, Mr. De Brain, and Mrs. Kun, who was responsible for backstage. Yes, thank you. Yeah. And then I would like to ask Mrs. Klein Snarkenborg to come forward. She was our technical advisor. And then Mrs. Grobler, or Miss Grobler, and Miss van der Westhuizen, who were responsible for the drama and who helped with the dancing. And then I would like Mrs. Twala, who was responsible for the music, to please come forward. And then we would like to ask Mr. McCarthy to come forward, who was a co-director and who was in charge of Act 1. Yes. And then, last but not least, Mrs. Pretorius, who was the director of this play. And I think I speak on behalf of all the cast that it was such a privilege to perform and have these teachers as the people who guided us through this play, and I really don't think this play would have been a success without them. You are an awesome team of educators, and yes, then I really hope you like this small gift that the cast got for you. Can we please have another round of applause? Thank you very much.